getting fucking hard, guys. Like, really, really fucking hard. What's up? I'm Jay Shady, voice of reason, and I'm here with my WrestleMania 6 review. WrestleMania shit. Oh my god, this show. It was so fucking hard to watch. It really was. I had to split this shit between 2 days because I just couldn't take all this 4 hours of shit. You had 3 piss poor WrestleManias in a row. And if it wasn't for the main event, I would have this, WrestleMania beyond par with WrestleMania 4. This would be in contention for the worst WrestleMania ever. That I've ever seen, at least. And funny thing about this WrestleMania, you had WrestleMania 3, Andre, main eventing. And here in WrestleMania 6, he was in like the second match, a tag team match, way down the card. You had Macho Man main eventing the last 2 WrestleManias. This one, he was having a mixed tag team match, in the middle of the card. Yet you still had Hulk Hogan main eventing the WrestleMania 6 after main eventing every one pretty much. Which made the... it was pretty obvious that people were getting sick of this. Now I understand why, Andre the Giant was getting lower, Macho Man was getting lower, but Hulk Hogan was still at the top, for 6 years now at WrestleMania, so... I definitely understand why, people were getting sick of this Hulkamania shit, which made the conclusion of the main event that much better. Yeah, let's just get into this fucking card. The opening match was Rick Martel versus Coco Beware, and this is not, I thought it was like mediocre, but saying that, it was one of the best matches of the night. It was one of the good ones, and it wasn't even good. It was mediocre. It was a short match. Rick Martel gets the win. Totally forgot how. So many matches. I can't remember how most of them end because there's fucking like 16 matches on the card. Yeah, Rick Martel gets the win. It was an okay. Fuck that shit. I'm not gonna give credit where credit's not due. It was not good. Okay, there you go. It was not good. But it wasn't horrendous like some of the later stuff on this card. Like here, right now. Demolition versus the Colossal Connection, Andre the Giant and Haku for the Tag Team Championship. This match fucking sucked. I think Andre didn't get tagged in once in the whole match. For the whole match, it was Haku fighting, some fucking tag team match. This shit was slow. A bunch of fucking big guys, doing one move every 2 minutes. The end of the match was more entertaining than the match itself, the post-match segment. Basically, the match ends. Demolition gets the victory because Andre the Giant is holding one of the Demolition guys. Haku goes to kick the Demolition guy. He ducks, Haku hits Andre in the face instead. Andre gets tied up on the ropes, and Demolition get their double team finishing move on Haku and get the victory. So yeah, whatever. Demolition gets the belts. But the post-match segment is what was good about this. You had Bobby the Brain Heenan, getting on Andre's case about not winning the match, and he starts smacking Andre around, and then after 3 years, Andre becomes babyface again, and he turns on Bobby the Brain Heenan and starts beating him up. Thought the post-match segment was really good. This was towards the very end of Andre's career, so it was nice to have him go out as a babyface, let him get, a pop after being a heel for 3 years. So, post-match good, but the match itself, 3 thumbs down. Then you get... this one, another fucking bad match. Earthquake versus Hercules. What do you expect? This shit was so fucking slow. I couldn't take this. I really can't take this. Next WrestleMania better be fucking good. WrestleMania 7, because I can't take watching these bad matches anymore. This was horrible. No fucking consecutive moves. Always was walking around and shit. Just sloppy. Earthquake wins with his fucking earthquake splash, where he sits on top of the guy's stomach. Horrible. And then you get Brutus Beefcake versus Mr. Perfect. This was okay. I didn't find it that good. It was more of a brawl than a wrestling match. It really wasn't that good of a wrestling match, especially for Mr. Perfect standards. You think you're gonna get some perfect stuff, but this match, I don't know, it was just okay with me, and the ending really destroyed it for me. The ending was just so lame. Beefcake does a slingshot to Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect hits his head on the turnbuckle, and then after like waiting 10 seconds, Brutus Beefcake pins him, and it's a 3 count. It was just like so anticlimactic, and it ruined the match. The match quality up to that point for me, even though I didn't find it amazing at that point anyway. But yeah, it was okay. It was one of the better matches of the night. There you go. Brutus Beefcake wins. Then you get a Roddy Piper versus Bad News Brown. You had Roddy Piper in the infamous half white, half black appearance. I don't know. Isn't that a little racist? Isn't that like kind of like blackface? Isn't that what people like criticize blackface for? I don't know. I mean, I didn't understand what he was doing with the half black, half of his body painted black, half of his body being white thing. I didn't really understand. It was just weird. But this match wasn't good. You had Roddy Piper in here. You know, you want to see something good. The crowd was into Roddy Piper, but sadly the match didn't deliver. This was a brawl, and whereas the WrestleMania 3 match with Roddy Piper and Adrian Adonis, you know, worked and was good, you know, this version between Bad News Brown didn't work. It was not a good match. And it ends on a fucking double countout. You know, you have a brawl ending on a double countout. Fuck this shit. Next, you get the Hart Foundation versus the Bolsheviks. You can't even call this shit a match. You know, I'm getting settled in. I want to see Bret Hart. You know, I haven't gotten anything good on this card. All right, maybe Bret Hart could give me a good match. And this was, how long was it? 19 fucking seconds, and I think it was even shorter than that. You know, you had the Hart Foundation hit the Bolsheviks from behind. And they do the heart attack on one of them and get the pin. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Oh my god. Okay, there you go. Then you get the Barbarian versus Tito Santana, and this was one of the, even though this was so short, this was one of the better matches of the night. This was like 4 minutes long. I mean, it's too short for me to say it was good, but I was liking it. I would have liked to see this one go longer because I like the psychology, the Barbarian being a big guy and Tito Santana being, you know, smaller, having to rely on his agility, his having to keep the pacing of the match faster, having to do, you know, high flying, more spectacular stuff to try to take the big guy down. Reminded me a lot of the booking of Shawn Michaels when he had his first run as WWF champion as a babyface, you know, going against Diesel and Vader and Psycho Sid and big guys like that. You know, the little guy having to rely on his athletic ability to get beat down the big guy. So I like that, but it ended way too fast. Barbarian beats Tito Santana. Don't remember how, but this was one of the better ones. But it was too fucking short, so I can't even say that it was good. Then you get, oh Jesus, mixed tag team match. Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire versus Randy Savage and Sensational Queen Sherry. And when Macho Man has, you know, one of the fucking worst matches on the card at WrestleMania, that's when you know shit is really fucking getting crazy, you know? The fuck, man. You couldn't just do Dusty Rhodes versus Macho Man. You had to add in the... I honestly, the most exciting part about this match was the commentary. Jesse Ventura talking about how fucking fat Sapphire is and, you know, how ugly she is. That was the best part of the match. Even Macho Man didn't impress. I mean, he did like 4 like double axe handles off the top rope, like back to back to back to back. I mean, whenever Sapphire was in the ring, this shit was a train wreck. This was horrible. You have Macho Man, you know, after main eventing 2 WrestleManias, you know, being brought down to this shit. And then you had Miss Elizabeth ringside, and she helps Sapphire get the pin on Sensational Sherry. She pushes Sapphire and Sensational Sherry. She pushes fucking Sensational Sherry, and Sapphire gets the pin. Yeah, this is the whole thing. The WrestleMania is like fucking up my IQ. I can't even get coherent sentences out. But yeah, this match was fucking bad. And then after this, you get like 20 minutes, not even exaggerating, 20 minutes of backstage interviews. Oh my god, this shit was bad. You just got an interview from everybody, you know, on the WWF roster at the time. You got like a fucking really bad Ultimate Warrior interview. Oh my god. This was horrible. He said the words Hulk Hogan at least 54 times in the interview. The whole thing, Hulk Hogan! This is the time, Hulk Hogan, because you will see Hulk Hogan, the Hulkamaniacs Hulk Hogan, and the Warriors getting together Hulk Hogan, and bringing our power, Hulk Hogan. This was bad. So yeah, after the 20 minutes of fucking stupid interviews, you get Yeah, I ranted about this last night. The Orient Express versus the Rockers. I'm not gonna go into this because I did a video of this last night. Basically, very enjoyable match. Very fast paced, high flying stuff, and ends on a double fucking not a double count, a count out. The Rockers lose. Just ridiculous. The one fucking enjoyable match at that point, and it ends on a count out. I wanted to see this shit go on. I wanted a clear cut finish. I wanted more from this. Oh man. I mean, the match was good, but that countout just brings out all the fucking joy I was having. Okay, then you get Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus Dino Bravo. This wasn't. I mean, this was. I mean, it was not as horrible as I thought it would be, but it was still bad. Let's just say it like that. Jim Duggan gets the win because he hits Dino Bravo with the 2x4 before Dino Bravo could do it to him, and the referee's back is turned. Yeah, I mean, nothing good here. Then you get Ted DiBiase versus Jake the Snake Roberts for the $1 Million Championship, and this was one of the better matches of the night. It was okay. I didn't think it reached the level of greatness or, really good. It got time, but I don't know. I honestly, what was more exciting to me during this match was the fact that there was a wave going on, and Jesse the Body Ventura talking about Gorilla Monsoon eating like 50 hot dogs during the event, telling him to stop eating hot dogs nonstop. The commentary is what saved these WrestleManias for me to give me any fucking enjoyment. But yeah, this was okay. It wasn't that bad, but then it ends on a fucking count out. This count out I wasn't as pissed about because at least, it wasn't a double count out, or at least like it kind of made sense because they were both brawling on the outside of the ring, and like at the count of 9, Virgil throws Ted DiBiase into the ring. So at least it wasn't like they were just brawling and the referee counted to 10. At least, it was Ted DiBiase sneaking back in, but still, count out. Oh my god, man, what the fuck is going on? Alright, then you got the Big Boss Man versus Akeem, and this was like a short, shitty fucking match. It was like not even 2 minutes, and it destroyed my fucking whole viewing experience. This is horrible. Akeem he's so fucking slow, this fucking big fat guy, man. Big Boss Man wins with the Boss Man Slam. Horrible. Then you get Rick Rude versus Jimmy Snuka, and I was fucking enjoying this one. Too bad it couldn't go more than 4 minutes. I was, this fucking show, it's ridiculous. Like, anything that was, like, getting to be good, they did a stupid finish, or it was just really too fucking short. Like, I was enjoying this. Jimmy Snuka was doing a lot of entertaining, charismatic stuff. Rick Rude was doing a lot of good wrestling, and you had good clashing here, a good, two styles, clashing, but too short to even really talk about it. Rick Rude wins the match with the neck breaker. Then you get the main event, and like I said, if it wasn't for this main event, this would be on par with WrestleMania 4, no doubt about it. This main event gave me chills. Like, when I was watching this main event, I had chills, like, for a lot of the time. It was the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan in the Ultimate Challenge. The Ultimate Warrior putting his Intercontinental Championship on the line, Hulk Hogan putting his WWF Championship on the line. So both titles on the line. And this was one of those like Andre versus Hogan where it's not about the in-ring work, Not every wrestling match is about the in-ring work. It's also about entertainment, about the story, and that's what this match was about. The crowd was crazy as fuck into this, man. This is one of those matches like Andre Hogan where I wish I could have been there in that crowd at Toronto Skydome. Yeah, I mean, this was like very much like Hulk Hogan and Rock, a passing of the torch match, And I thought it was I loved it. I loved the in-ring action was, average. The in-ring work, the wrestling-wise work, it was average, but it was, just the drama, the epic feel, the story that was telling made it, great and made me have chills watching this match, You had the Ultimate Warrior, who was like the next Hulk Hogan at that time. During this time, they were booking him as the next face. Hulk Hogan was reaching his end. They were booking Ultimate Warrior as the next Hulk Hogan. Of course, that wouldn't, turn out to be. Ultimate Warrior would, leave the WWF and a bunch of controversial shit happening between them. But yeah, at this time, Ultimate Warrior was the next guy. And Hulk Hogan was, this was his time to pass the torch. This was great. Yeah, it was very much about equal strength. Equal. Who is more powerful than who? It started off with tests of strength. Some front face locks, one pushing the other off, and each guy matched the other. Then a game of mercy, each guy matching the other. I loved Ultimate Warrior no-selling some of Hulk Hogan's moves. This is one of the times, one of the unique times where no-selling is good, when you're booking a ultimate powerhouse or a monster. That's when no-selling, works. You had great interaction from the fans. Everybody was out of their seat for this whole match. So many near falls. Oh my god. The first time Ultimate Warrior did the Gorilla Press Slam and Splash, I thought that was it. I was so shocked to see Hulk Hogan kick out of that. Oh man, this was really good entertainment. Not really good match in ring action, but really good entertainment. Ultimate Warrior gets the win after doing two. He has to do the second Gorilla. No, he just does the splash the second time. But yeah, he wins on the splash. Of course, Hulk Hogan hands the WWF Championship to Ultimate Warrior. A huge moment, And at that time, it fit because Ultimate Warrior was becoming the next guy. Hulkamania was dying. 6 WrestleManias in, and Hulk Hogan's still at the main event. Of course, it would change. This wouldn't be the way the future of the company would go. But at its time, this is what they thought it would be. So this was a great main event. The only fucking good to great thing on this card. Everything else that was looking like it was good had a shitty finish or way too fucking short. So there you go. Bad fucking WrestleMania. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 10. Shit. Oh man. The only good thing was the main event and the commentary again. You had the Rockers was good, but the shitty finish ruined it for me. Rick Rude versus Jimmy Snuka I liked, but it was way too short. Same with Barbarian and Tito Santana, way too short. So there's one good thing on this card, one good thing that you can actually enjoy. Oh man, what a bad fucking show. There you go. There's my review. WrestleMania 6, horrible show. I'm hearing WrestleMania 7 is, a great show. It better be, because my patience is wearing thin. 3 horrible WrestleManias in a row. Hope you enjoyed my review. Stay tuned for WrestleMania 7 coming, in the next couple of days. I'm Jay Shady, the voice of reason, and I'll see you later.